Hi guys, it's Alani. We are now 3 weeks post-show, and I'm so excited to be taking you guys along with me for another day in the reverse diet. So good. And we have almost 40 grams of protein in this bowl. Pre-workout bowl. As you guys know, I was like adamant on showing you guys every single part of this reverse diet because I was in bodybuilding prep since January of this year. It is now mid-August. My show wrapped up end of July, so now I'm in that like post-show phase. And I feel like it's really important to show that because I get stage lean, right? And it's such a crazy time because now it's so strategic about, okay, now I need to get healthy and I need to get back to normal and finding balance and finding structure. So this time is super important. And basically the goal right now is slowly increasing my food, slowly bringing down stress to my body. So slowly bringing down cardio, all of that stuff. So I just got back from 40-minute session on the stairs. So my cardio is down and I think it's going to drop a little bit more tomorrow. So it's down to 4 sessions a week instead of 6 sessions a week and down to 40 minutes each session. So this is going to get a lot lower. Food is getting higher. So I'm feeling just more and more like myself each day, but I am very hungry. So let's go make some breakfast. And honestly, post-show can be like such a hard time to navigate. So I wanted to be super just transparent about that for anybody that is competing or just anybody that's reverse dieting out of being in a deficit for a long time and being like, all right, I need to fuel my body the way it's supposed to be. We're all kind of in it together. So for breakfast, I'm doing my tried and true hot cereal bowl. This has been my favorite. So I think that's one thing about my reverse diet that is why it's going so smoothly right now is I am really sticking to whole food sources and I am sticking to most of the same foods that I was having throughout all of prep, things that digest a little bit easy and I know sit well in my body, but I'm adding in more like fun, flavorful things, even things that I didn't have room for in my diet, like things like avocado, things like that are really, really good for you. But as my food got really low, I had to pull out berries, things like that. So this is the apple pie flavor of the hot cereal from Flavor Gang. And it is so good. So this is the base of my bowl. I also just started working with them. So code Alani will save. They also have like low calorie sauces. They have so many different flavors, but this has definitely been a go-to, the American pie, which is like apple pie. And then for the protein whey drip icing that I put on top of it, I've been loving doing the salted caramel flavor on top. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Like that combo has been such a go-to. So this is my protein. Again, you can use code Alani on them as well. And then I always like to do a whey isolate because it does digest the best. So I do that throughout all of bodybuilding prep. And I also do that in my off season because I just find it digests the best. It doesn't have a bunch of concentrates and things like that. So people that are like dairy free and things like that, or if you just want things that digest easily, I always recommend a whey isolate as like a protein source. And then all we do for the icing is add just a little tiny bit of water and then mix it until it becomes like an icing consistency. Isn't that so good, Charlie? But shout out Ali Prince. She put me on to this. Yeah, so you want like this icing consistency just like this. And then as I make the cream of rice bowl, I'm just gonna pop this in the freezer. And then of course for like the cream of rice hot cereal, I just add a little bit of water, mix it up, and then pop it in the microwave. And then for my berries, which are great for fiber and like some micronutrients, get me feeling good, I've been doing this just like a 4-berry blend. I got this one from Costco, but I love anything that has raspberries, blueberries, and then this one also has strawberries and raspberries, which is delicious. And then I take the protein icing and we go ahead and we drip it over the bowl. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. I've been having this like every morning, I swear it's so good. And then I like to top it with a little bit of flaky salt. It just gives it that little bit of extra. And a little bit of cinnamon. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, she's so beautiful. I've been loving like making all of my meals so pretty. It's fun. Like, even though all my meals are so simple, I always tell all my clients like that are in my online fitness program, I'm like, okay, when I'm assembling a meal, I'm like, where's my lean protein source? Where's my carb source? Where's my fat source? And that's how I structure it. But that doesn't mean that we like can't be making them pretty. Like, look at this. Oh my gosh. She's beautiful. Like, oh my gosh, look at that. And we have almost 40 grams of protein in this bowl. So good. I've just been working on my computer and I was like, okay, I need a little bit of caffeine. And one of the things that I've been doing post-show this year as like a little hobby is getting into making espresso. So I have this espresso machine. It's so freaking cute. And I could have gotten something like an espresso or something maybe a little bit more practical that would have been like easy, where it just makes the espresso for you. But I wanted to like really get into learning how to make it and like what the grind setting should be and all this different stuff. So it's been really, really fun. I'm kind of like learning it. So I feel like I am perfecting it and I have a long way to go, but I've been making myself like a little latte and it's been so fun. And I can make it at home. So one, it saves me money, and two, I know exactly what is going into it. So I know that I'm not having a latte that's like 400 calories and something that I can fit within my targets and really just stay more on track. But look how cute it is. Look. Okay, moment of truth. Oh, she is beautiful. Look at that. I have seriously been having so much fun, like making my little, oh my God, she's so cute, the little crema. Love, 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 love. And then I just take my cup of ice. We pour the espresso shot over. Oh, it smells so good. And then my unsweetened almond milk. This is like the lowest calorie one. This one's just from Costco just because I use so much of it. That off. And then I track this into my targets. It's like 20 calories worth of almond milk. And then I have my little Lazy Susan of all of my assortments. I think today I'm kind of feeling vanilla and caramel. I'll do a couple pumps vanilla. And then I'll do a little bit of salted caramel. And those are just like the sugar-free flavors that I picked up from like TJ Maxx or something. They have a ton of them. Cheers. So freaking good. So good. But I'm just going to get back to a little bit of some work, wrap up, and then I will catch you guys when it is time for another meal. All right, it's time for another meal and I already have it all assembled. Look at this glorious bowl. So I'm training later and that's when I keep like a majority of my carbs around is my pre-workout and my post-workout. So I wanted to have a good bowl and I used some cauliflower rice. That has been honestly a staple. Like I was using it sometimes in my bodybuilding prep as like a good veggie, like a fiber, but it feels like you're having a full bowl of rice. So right now, since I still don't have like a ton of carbs, again, I'm still slowly increasing, I wanted to have another meal that's gonna make me feel really full. So I have some protein in here and I wanted to do a poke style bowl. I found this at Trader Joe's the other day and it is their wild caught smoked ahi tuna. And the entire pack is 27 grams of protein and it's my lean protein source. So I'm doing that this meal. And the entire pack is also 140 calories if you're interested in that. And then we have some avocado as my healthy fat. I did some cucumber in here, some mango salsa. Oh my gosh, absolutely delicious. But this is gonna hold me over until I have my pre-workout meal, which is gonna be a good one. But I've been just loving sticking to whole foods and I just feel good. But the meals are definitely a lot more colorful and flavorful than they were before. So that makes me happy. We are all prepped and ready. You guys know me, one of my biggest tips is always doing ingredient prep. And one of my good girlfriends, Paula, came down for the week a couple days ago, and that was like the biggest thing that I was telling her as a meal prep tip, because she's been on it lately, and I love just like giving my little tips here and there. And I was like, on Monday, I did some ingredient prep. I did some fish, I did some shrimp, I did some sweet potato, I did some beef, and that lasted me until today, Friday, and I never have to meal prep any meals. So as you guys know, I'm always implementing that, but I wanted to like kind of show how I do that. I always just throw everything in the oven. I throw my beef on the stovetop and cook it in little patties. I throw on garlic, paprika, oregano, and then I internal temperature it with my little meat thermometer. So I don't know, just having some company this weekend and kind of seeing like how I live day to day just made me like remind me of the little things that I do to keep things simple. So I do this in prep, as you guys saw. I do this year round, but now I have all my ingredients and it's super simple for me to just throw stuff in a bowl and make super easy meals. And with that being said, it is time to make my pre-workout meal. So let me show you guys what I'm eating for that. So the pre-workout bowl is some 93% lean grass-fed beef, the one that I just cooked, and then some jasmine rice. I really like to structure my pre-workout meals as a protein, some healthy fat, and a good amount of carbs. So I like doing some red meat as my fat source and my protein, and then we have the carbs from the jasmine rice. Of course, put some pink sea salt so we can get a good pump. But I've been loving this meal. It's so simple. I mean, I had this for most of prep, and I've been having it as my pre-workout still sometimes. It's just so good. We love Whole Foods around here. But I'm gonna eat this and then I'm going to let it digest. I like to eat my pre-workout meal about like 45 minutes to an hour before I train, but I keep it to quick digesting things like that. Like that's why I like the jasmine rice, because it just digests really quickly, and we're gonna get a good workout sesh. Alrighty, time to go train. I wanted to give you guys a little fit check. I'm about to go train with my dad, which is gonna be fun, but I am wearing the set from TLF that I love. It's like the little Tempo strappy sports bra underneath in the matching color. These are the Tempo leggings and the Tempo strappy sports bra. I'm a small in both. And then they just came out with these little socks that I got this month. Super cute. And of course my white Converse, because I like to lift in a flat shoe most of the time. But you guys can use code TLF-Alani if you're buying anything from TLF. I always love you guys so much whenever you're like, oh my goodness, I like used your code. It means the world to me and it supports me so much. And I'm going to make some pre-workout that I will sip on the road. I like to keep my caffeine to maximum like 300 to 400 milligrams a day if I need it. And I keep it majority to around my training. That way I'm not like spiking my energy too much when I'm not training. So I'll keep it to max, like maybe a cup of coffee in the morning and then some caffeine pre-workout, whether it's coffee or pre-workout. And then I also throw in 5 grams of creatine in here. Super good for recovery. I always get questions around that, and I definitely, this is like by far the top supplement I recommend if you're not already taking it. I tell all my clients, like, this is the most researched, most effective supplement, really good for recovery, for cognitive function, and all of that jazz. And both of these are from My Protein, of course. And we're all ready. Let's get to the gym. Cheers.
I like it
Whew, that was a really good leg day. I went in, I was so tired. I was like, okay, maybe I'll do back and biceps today. But my dad was training legs and I was like, you know what? I like to train legs with my dad because it really like keeps me accountable and training really hard. So I focused on a lot of compounds today, which was really nice. I did hip thrust. We did some heavy squats on the Smith machine. I've really been liking just adding more compounds into my movements, into my workouts, because as I've been talking about over the past few vlogs, I really need to grow overall muscle maturity because I am younger and I just need to put on overall size. So I needed to be going heavy in my compound movements instead of just doing, you know, a bunch of little accessory movements like kickbacks and things like that. And those are obviously still in my plan, but I'm prioritizing heavy compounds, getting under heavy weight, really focusing on my tempo, really focusing on my form. And I really felt like today, like I felt denser. Like I'm excited with how I'm filling out, and my weight hasn't jumped up because again, we're taking this reverse diet slow, so that I can focus on getting healthy, but like utilizing this time as like a rebound to really put on a good amount of lean muscle. So I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling strong. And it's just gonna continue to get better each and every week. I check in tomorrow, and then I think my food is gonna come up a little bit. My cardio is probably gonna come down a little bit as well. So I don't know, just feeling really good overall. And that was a really, I don't know, it was a really good workout. So I'm gonna get in my post-workout meal because we kind of went like balls to the wall that workout, and it was like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And I don't do that often. I try to be really like efficient with my time, but we were just training really hard and it was good. So I kind of needed that. It was a Friday. I wasn't in a rush, so I really try to utilize those days where I'm not in a rush. But let's get back and get some food in our system. And for my post-workout meal, I am doing the glorious chicken and sweet potato bowl. So I did some chicken breast that I already had prepped in the fridge from earlier, and then some air-fried sweet potato. So good. And then added a little bit of arugula on the side, and then I'm going to top it with this sriracha maple sauce. I've been loving this on like chicken and sweet potato, or even just like chicken and rice, but this is the same company that the cream of rice is from, Flavor Gang, that I just started working with. So they have a bunch of different like low-calorie sauces, and I've been trying all of them out, and this is one of my favorites. They have a few really good ones, but like I said, you guys can use code Alani to support me, to save. Oh my gosh, this looks so good though. And it is 0 calories. We love that. Yum! Look at how good that looks. Delicious. But I definitely want to have a good amount of carbs post-workout and a good amount of chicken, and then we're getting some good fiber from the sweet potato as well. And then of course I topped it with some Himalayan pink salt. Alright, and last meal of the day is egg white pancake. This has been a staple, even in the off season. So I have my egg whites, and then I did some blueberries in here. And then to round out the night, we have a rice cake with almond butter and some flaky salt. So that is going to round out the day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!